Kan? Saya berdiri je. Masa talk tu saya berdiri. Masa nak introduce tu apa? Saya kat tepi ni ke apa? Takkan saya duduk seorang-seorang kat depan. Okey, okey. Kalau macam Ustaz, kena pakai ni juga ke apa? Dia nak bagi ucapan ke orang? Kami remark. Ni mic kat sini. Tak apa, bagi je mic. Mic ada kat sini. Nanti bagi je mic. Sebab saya nak bergerak guna mic kat sini. Okey, macam ni. Letak je mic kat situ. Nanti bila saya nak ni baru saya tak cakap apa-apa kan? Nanti kau dengar maksud ni.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If everyone is ready, we'll begin our program, insyaAllah. Let's begin our program with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning everyone. I'm honored to welcome all of you here and also those who are streaming live on our YouTube channel, CFSI-IUM, to our sharing session today on Annual Performance Appraisal Report, or known as APAR, especially for all academic staff. Before we begin the session, I would like to welcome our beloved Dean, Ustaz Haji Basaman Basri bin Abdullah, for some welcoming remarks. Please welcome Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respected Deputy Dean, Madam Nazira, my colleagues, head of department, and all staff. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for those who present in the hall, and for those who online participating with us this morning with a busy schedule that you have. I would like to, on behalf of CFS, to extend my gratitude and thankful to HR team led by Brother Zaino and all members. For sure, regarding to APAR, it's very sort of critical issue sebenarnya. For those who do not bother with kind of procedure, that's why we having a few candidates that can we have requested them to make appeals because of unfulfilled criteria and incomplete document that we received. But somehow after the thorough discretion and thorough request from the HR and coordination with the head of departments, Alhamdulillah, all the appeals candidates passed CPC except only one. This year and inshallah next year, it won't be happen. We supposedly, kalau boleh lah, we don't want to have any applicant fail the CPC at our level. Because it's very clear when we understood the APAR system, recorded everything, what should we do and what should we keep in our hands as a document. I would like to cerita sedikit lah about the history of APAR. When I started working at the IUM year 2000, actually me personally, kita tak fikir pun what sort of APAR ke apa. What we know, what the assignment given to us, we accomplished, fulfilled. And we still out of fulfilling the assignment given to us. We still thinking, what should we contribute to our university, especially for the students. That's our major concern at the particular time. A few years lepas beberapa tahun, some of our colleagues just retired with Scheme 41, even though he or she have served the university more than 20 years. That's a real story. Make it short, now the improvement, the effort come the university from the center in year 2000, starting in year 2012, 2013, 2014. The committee struggled, sit together, have a sort of thorough discussion, establish a committee, and alhamdulillah, we come to very, as I understood, it's very good orang panggil apa ya, form of assessment, how to uplift staff DG or staff grade, and we are very happy. In that particular time, only around 1 or 2 staff holding the DG 52. Itu pun because of they carry daripada Gombak, they transfer from Gombak to CFS. And before that, there are another criteria for those who finish their philosophy of studies atau PhD. They've been granted 52 in that particular time. After the committee has accomplished their job and sort of kita orang panggil apa, propose to the MSD, at last, alhamdulillah, with our boleh kira effort and our request being granted, alhamdulillah, thank you. Now our university, they agreed to adapt the new system of APAR, and can we see right now we got even 54. Alhamdulillah, not only one but more than that, and the candidate for 54 is around more than 10 for the next year, inshallah. I still, if we talk about DG or DS, I still, for my personal view, I still rasa nak maintain in the DG because of we are on our track ataupun we are in our pool ataupun kita berada dalam our capacity. We are not sharing with the DS. If we embark into DS scheme, that means we are sharing with the whole university. And the kuliah have all facilities to uplift themselves into of research, consultation, and so on and so forth. But we haven't. And kalau kita bring opportunity to call it masuk in that kind of pun the ability that we have, I think we just focusing on the teaching and learning, bit of research. I don't think we can compare ataupun compete our colleagues at kuliah because that's their code of ataupun kita kata apa nature of work. But we as teaching, our major responsibility kita adalah teaching and learning, and we should have a thorough discussion. Is it good or not to embark into DS or whatever? It's up to the staff, and we may have our open discussion what's much better for us. And Alhamdulillah, with our candidates going to clear up the APAR for our goodness, insyaAllah. Saya tak ambil cerita panjang lagi. Okay lah, with that, I think insyaAllah for the goodness for our staff and the management, full force support the staff, inshallah. But somehow, we personally also, we have to think what's going to contribute to our center and as well as our university also beyond our JD lah kalau boleh. We are not talking about just our limitation, but somehow we have to work over than that. That is our panggil apa concern, inshallah. With that, I just say thank you very much and thank you again to HR having this kind of discussion. Dan insyaAllah may Allah bless all of us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Okay, and then
Thank you, Ustaz, for the meaningful insights on regarding to APAR. As Saudi has mentioned, we are here, we're having this session to assist you with how to fill out the APAR and also to understand the APAR system better. Perhaps you are involved with many activities and you hold certain positions, but you are not sure on how you can really make use of the APAR form. So today we are very lucky to have with us our matriculation lecturer at the Department of Biology, Madam Nazira Zubair, to give us a clearer picture on how you can maximize your marks for APAR to help you with time-based promotion, merit-based promotion, and also your annual increment. I believe this sharing session will be a very fruitful one for all of you here. So without further ado, please welcome Madam Nazira Zubair.
Ini nak pusing sendiri ke? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Okay, Honorable Dean, my fellow colleagues, the HODs, the execs, and everyone, live also live here, face to face, and YouTube as well. Okay, so today for this morning, we're going to have a sharing session on APAR. I'm not very, I don't say that I'm very good in APAR, but I can share my experiences as well. And I have actually my colleagues that are quite good in APAR here that can assist later on. Okay, what is actually APAR? This APAR is very important because when we talk about APAR can map your merit-based promotion as well. So when you fill in the APAR, automatically it maps the merit-based promotion. Okay, so but first we're going to take a look what's so important about this APAR. Okay, so APAR stands for Annual Performance Appraisal Report. Since that we're going to use the same APAR this year, so that's why I'm here to assist all of you to get better marks, because when we talk about marks for APAR, it's not 100%. APAR is not 100%. The range from 0 up till 600, 700. I don't know, for CFS, probably going to get like 100, 200. But it depends on how you feel the APAR. Because sometimes you work very hard, but your APAR mark is quite low. I'm not sure how you actually feel in the APAR. All right, so take a look. What is so important about this particular APAR? So first, annual salary increment. Of course, we're going to take a look at your APAR, performance of your APAR, confirmation in service, promotion, as I said, merit-based promotion, even time-based promotion. Because for time-based promotion, we need to look at the APAR 3 years back. So that's the calculation, because this one is not in 100%. So means that for 3 years, there's a calculation whereby you'll convert into 100%. For example, 25% for the first. I'm not sure the sequence, but it's 25%, 35%, and 40%. So means that, for example, for the first year of APAR, so the marks that you get, you times with 25%. And then the following year, 35% times your marked. And the third year, 40% times your total mark of the APAR. So they're going to get in 100%. So means that for each of the year APAR, let's say that you get 80, it's not 80%, but 80 marks. For example, that you get 80 marks for the first. I just give random like this. So first 80, and then second year 80, and third year 80. So when you total up, it's about 80% as well, 80 or 82%. So for merit-based, so there's certain criteria. So we look at, it should be more than 80%, more than 80%. So that's why they need to filter. They need to really scrutinize on the marks of the APAR. Okay. For example, like 54 promotion, it needs to have more than 90% for the APAR. So that's how the calculation is made. Okay, that is on the promotion. And then the renewal contract, you need APAR as well. Application of new position, as well as selection of quality of award recipient. Okay, so all these are very important. Okay, so where are you going to get this link for APAR? So you're going to go to the staff portal. You can actually go to the staff portal. Okay, this one is the staff portal. So you look at the APAR online V2. So you're going to go there, or you can actually look at the address here. Okay, so the website address, hrservice.iium.edu.my/APAR-IIUM. So you just, so this is the link for APAR. Okay, apart from that, when we talk about APAR, okay, APAR, merit-based promotion, so it's linked. When I say that it's linked, so when we fill in the APAR, when we fill in the merit-based promotion, there are two other things that you cannot neglect. What are the two things? First is you have to update your CV actually. You have to update your CV. Okay. Later, if I have time, I want to show you how you're going to update your CV, because sometimes people ask me how you actually can update your CV. Everything is in there. You need to update. When you go for merit-based promotion, when you go for the interview, so actually they have, they're going to look at your CV online. Everything is there. The publication, for example, the consultation, your community service, everything is there. Okay. So that is the APAR. So it actually related. APAR, another one is IRAP. Because when we talk, because I think everyone is very now very engaging in the research now, right? Publication and research. But you need to utilize it as well. You need to include in another one, which is the IRAP, iRepository. Have you ever gone through that IRAP, of course? So when you include all your publications and your research in the IRAP, okay, so it will appear automatically in your CV online. So make sure that this is actually one of the tips when you go for the merit-based promotion. These are all things that you need to fill in. Okay, this is just examples when you for the CV online. So I think I'm going to go through that later on. So I'll just concentrate on the APAR first, since that our sharing sessions on the APAR. Okay, so once you go through the link, the APAR, so you're going to have this form here. So that's my form where you need to fill in that particular year, or you can actually assess the previous years, because sometimes you need to print out, right, the APAR for the previous years. So you have to go to the history. So that's history there. You can click onto history. So that's APAR from 2019, 2020, 21, 22. Okay, so this is how you're going to fill it in. So you start with proceed. So you clicked on proceed. Okay, you clicked on proceed. So the few things that are important for you to fill it in the APAR. As I said, you can get a lot of marks from here. It's not in 100%. Okay, so that's teaching and supervision. So that's the first part, teaching and supervision. There's a research. There's a publication. That's community engagement, flagship project, or SDG. And then E, innovation, networking, services, and consultancy. Normally for services and consultancy, where you have all these committees of this and that, you know, you have a lot of projects, you need to put in the services and consultancy. Awards and recognition. Training, conference, seminar updates, and summary. Okay, for training, conference, seminar updates, that's computed training in there as well. But I'm going to go through one by one so that everyone is aware and everyone is proficient later. We're going to fill in the APAR form, right? Okay, so in this APAR form, they are computed. Either computed or you manually have to fill it in. Okay, for example, like teaching. Of course, teaching is computed. But sometimes if let's say that's not right, for example, yeah, if you look at the first part, which is teaching. Okay, this one. So I'll show you this. This one is just examples. I just give examples, not the actual one. Okay. Okay, for example, you have this teaching computed. That one is computed 40.81, for example. This is not credit hours, but this is contact hours. Contact hours, how long that you teach per week. For example, that I'm teaching biology, I teach for one group 6 hours. So that's contact, where you meet your students. So that is 40.81 computed. Straight away, you're going to go to your mark. But let's say that's not right. Let's say that's not right. So you need to fill in. Okay, so I'll just give an example again. Okay, this one, yeah. This is example. Let's say that is the computed. The mark is not right. So you put in what actual contact hours that you have there, but you need to put in remarks. You need to put in remarks. For example, that I'm teaching 3 groups, for example, because you need to fill in the previous 3 semesters. Okay, 3 semesters. Because this one APAR is from February. Okay, February, for example, 2023 is from February 2023 until 31st December 2023. So you need to fill it in accordingly, according to the semesters. So for here, for example, it's not computed, so you filled in 36, and then you need to fill in the remarks. So 3 semesters, you just put semester 3, how many groups that you taught, for example, which group, and you just calculate an average. But if you look at the computed, it's not the same in terms of the mark, because this one is 6 hours. When they calculate exactly computed, actually 6 hours is equivalent to 5.83, actually 5.83. But it's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay. Okay, that's the first one. I think everyone understands on this first part. Okay. Okay, back to the. Okay, so the one that's computed again, the average SFS. So it's SFS. So you just have, if it's more than 80% for 3 consecutive semesters, straight we're going to get 10 marks there. Okay, so 10 marks. Okay, the rest, for example, like number of PhD, master clinical sites for kuliah. Don't worry so much on that. Okay, so skip on that particular thing. Okay, here. So that is until 10 still, PhD and master. So I'm going to skip that. So the first part that you need to emphasize is the teaching and SFS. Okay, another 3. For the first part, the teaching, okay, and the last 3. Okay, what are the last 3? And the first part of teaching, which are other teaching or supervisory activities. Sometimes these are the ones that you overlooked. You overlooked on this. Because a mark is 1 mark. It's a lot. Okay, it's quite a lot actually. When you do the activities, you being a committee members in kuliah level, actually you just get 0.5 marks. But for this one, don't forget, you have other teaching or supervisory activities. For example, that you will be course leader for the subject. So you just put that. Because we have 3 examples only. 3. For example, facilitators. Okay, facilitators for the TARU, Insan Sejahtera. But again, as I said, when you put in all these things, make sure that you have all the proof and evidences. Because, for example, like Sejahtera, Insan Sejahtera, you become facilitators. Of course, there's proof that you are one of the facilitators, one of the groups, right? So that can become the proof. So you see, so this is actually a assist or facilitate you when you want to fill in for your merit base. It's very easy when you fill in the merit base. Okay, you have to remember again, since that I've experienced on this, up until 44 merit based, you have to concentrate on all the committee because community service quite a lot. The mark for community service up until 30 marks. Each community service, each committee, the mark is only 0.5. In order for you to get 30 marks, for example, you have to have 60, for example. So for up to 44, you have to concentrate on the community services, okay? And up to 48 as well, because we have actually elevated or is the 48, so that not much marks that we allocated for the publication and research. But when you want to go for 52 merit base or 54 merit base, the marks that we emphasized on more on publication, research, consultancy, last community service. Okay, so take note on that, right? Okay, back to this one. So for other teaching or supervisories, you can put the course leaders. If you have facilitator for Insan Sejahtera, what else did I put examples here?
Ask about this one.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. For example, this one, why is not computing, automatically go in, like in Sejahtera, like course leader? Why do we have to do it manually?
Because
we develop the system in a way that
because this one is from MSD Gombak, so the one that is computed is only, at the moment, the one that is computed is only for your teaching, and then for SFS, and then for the training. That's it. The rest is you need to fill it in manually at the moment. Yeah. Okay, because each one of us is different actually. Because for example, that probably this staff, they have the as head of moderators. There's one as the course leaders, for example. So each staff differs. All right. Here I put 3. For example, that head of moderators, because this one is anything got to do with teaching or supervisory activities. You can put. It depends. Sometimes that's why it's good that in the department you discuss together. What else? Sometimes we forget, we've done a lot, but we forget that we have all those things. So we can have our colleagues actually to remind us what else that we have achieved in that particular year or particular semesters. Okay. Right. So these are the things that sometimes the students, the staffs are always overlooked on this. Remember, the mark is 1 mark, so it's quite a lot of marks here. Okay, researched. Okay, this one is researched. Okay, so there are a lot. I know now that everyone's actually eager in research and publication. All right, whether it's at kuliah level or whether it's international or national levels. So these are the marks that you can actually get from researched. Okay, so take note, everyone, whenever that you're involved in any publication research, just jot down. Okay, then straight away fill in so that you remember. First, for example, this one is number 8. Okay, that's the first one. Sorry. Okay, this is the research appointment. Normally, this one is kuliah level for the principal investigator consultant. But probably as a principal investigator or consultant at our level, wherever I don't know, yeah, you can put there. If let's say that you're principal investigator consultant, you can get low marks actually there. But there are different levels. The university level, take note on the level. University level, national grant. You have industrial grant, and then international grant, and transdisciplinary grant. So there are 5 different types of grant for the principal investigator or consultant. So different marks for that one. So if you look at the transdisciplinary grant, transdisciplinary means that it involves different fields. So a lot of fields that they integrate or they cooperate. For transdisciplinary grant, for one achievement, you can get 10 marks straight away. International, 9 marks, and so forth. So that's marks there. Okay, that's up from 1 up until 5. And then number 6, submission of grant application. In fact, submission of grant application can also put in here. Okay, grant application as principal investigator, but not just submit, but it's accepted by RMC. So that's a document of acceptance that you achieved. You can get 3 marks from there. So grant application, submission of grant application as co-principal. For this one, because there are 2, whether they are principals or they are co-principals. So co-principal, of course, you're going to get less marks, only 2 marks there. So that's up until 7. 8, this one is just an example as well. Appointment as co-researchers of university grant. Okay, co-researcher, for example, that the principal is from other universities and you have the grant, you can only get 2.5 marks from here. Okay, yes or no? And then in the remarks, don't forget to put the remarks. This is an example how you put in the remarks. So the research title, the amount of the grant granted, and the period, for example, and funded by which university, because this is what we're talking about, the university grant. Okay, probably there's a collaboration between different universities. Okay, so what is the collaboration on, for this one, for example, is Sustainable Research Collaboration Grant 2020. Okay, this is example. I guess you have lots of different grants that you have and you don't know how to fill in. Okay, so that's number 8, is that? Okay, number 8, co-research at university grant. You can have co-research as well at the for national grant, for industrial grant. So different types of grant, different marks. Okay, appointment as co-research at industrial grant, and you have international grant. 7 marks there, and then a national grant, which has about 10,000 grant, 10,000 ringgit, the amount of the grant. And then principal investigator of private agencies or industrial grant or self-sponsored, 10,000 ringgit, self-sponsored. Also, you can put there, if let's say that you self-sponsored any of the research, you can put in there. Marks that you get is, what is the marks there? 6. Dah tak nampak. Okay, 6 marks. There's a different marks for each. So I guess you can gain as much as possible the marks in research if you're involved actively in research and publication. This is how you're going to put the marks, yeah? This is how you can optimize or maximize your marks. And number 14, they are up from 14 up until 20. And then we have the principal investigator of international grant, 10,000 ringgit, co-researcher, university or national grant, but make sure that, because that one, it's allocated 10,000, make sure that you got the grant, 10,000 ringgit for the grant, then only you can put in there. So you can got the marks. Co-researcher, private agencies, industrial grant, self-sponsored, 10,000. Co-researcher, international grant, 10,000. Principal investigator of consultancy project or clinical work or income generating program, which amounted to 10,000 ringgit. So there's another marks there. Or if you're appointed as any of the members of consultancy project or income generating program or clinical work that amounted to 10,000 ringgit. So you can see that it's quite detailed in each. So you have to make sure that you really scrutinize the part so you can get maximum marks for the research. And number 20, self-funded grants to the university, but not only self-funded, but make sure that it's registered with RMC. Okay, whether it's self-funded or 10,000 grant as research endowment at RMC. This one actually applies to all the kuliah. So all kuliah, they don't have problem with this one. That's why for kuliah, for APAR, they can get up until 600 marks, 700 marks. That's normal. We can get a lot here. But not CFS. Our nature is teaching and learning. When teaching and learning, we concentrate on the teaching. So we have research, but not so much researched. Okay. Are you okay on the research? Banyak I research. Now we move on to publication. A lot of publications, several proceedings, articles. So again, as I said in publication, make sure that you filled in the iRepository, so everything is listed in iWrapped. So that in your CV online, when you update, because for this iWrap, okay, for the publication, you cannot do it manually. Everything is auto-generated and it's linked to iWrap. Okay. All right, for publication. Okay, this is the marks that you can get. So take note, everyone, because I think for each of the department, they have different. Sometimes this department for IRK, for example, they have a lot of books that they're published. So there are a lot of marks that you can get from there. Because for each of the books, it depends. For example, like for the first one, main corresponding author. Let's say that you are the main author or corresponding in journals or in recognized journals by the kuliah. Okay, this one recognized journal. So you can get 10 marks. So you put there, but it's not just one. You can put more than that. So it will calculate later. So how many actually journals that you have involved as the main corresponding author? You cannot just, if you have 5, you just put 5 there. But make sure in remarks, I think I'll give examples. There's remark part. Is that this one? All right, yeah. This example, for example, that when you put things, this one is research. Co-authorship. For example, that you have any of the involvement as the main author, as the co-author, okay, you can put the numbers. The numbers is not limited to only one. You can put numbers there, but make sure that in remarks, you put the remarks. What are those? Okay, so what are the names of the journals that you have involved as the main author, right? So all of these things, because I need to give some examples of, this is when you print out. When you print out, it'll appear like this. Okay, when you want to fill it in, so it's different, yeah? So no, then you fill it in one by one. Okay. Okay, back to the... Okay, just give this. Okay, for the publication, the first one, the achievement, 10 marks for the main corresponding author. And you have the second one, co-author. I think normally it will just be a co-author in index journal or in recognized journals by the kuliah. Okay, so there's a difference between index journal or recognized journals. So for the co-author index journals, you can get one journal, 2.5 marks. So it depends on how many journals that you have published. Okay. But normally, if let's say that you want to include in the IRAP, normally you need to produce the proof, show evidences. For example, like the books or proceedings, the ISBN, everything you need to prove. So that is the evidence or the proof. Whenever that everything is appear in the CV online from IRAP, so that's actually your evidences. You have already put all the evidences there. So that no questions on that one. Okay, for third one, main or corresponding author in index proceedings. So you have a lot of proceedings because those who have involved in the CFSE conference previously, of course, there's proceedings. Okay, and you can put in there, but in terms of the mark, it's just 1.5 marks. Okay, 1.5 marks. But if you have published 2 or 3, so you can times by 1.5, for example. But if let's say that main author in index proceeding, okay, index proceeding, so 7 marks. Co-author, 1.5. Number 5, okay, I'm going to go to number 5. Main or corresponding author in non-index proceedings. So the mark is only 3, but co-author in non-index proceedings, 0.5. Everything here you need to check before you filled in. Okay, when you publish, you know already whether that's index or non-index. And then number 7, main author corresponding in non-index journal, co-author in non-index journal. Number 8, the mark is 2, co-author in non-index journal. Number 9, main author of research books or textbook or academic books. For example, IRK, they produce textbooks. So you can put in there. Okay, so achievement for one book, 1 point. This one is 15, right? 15. You know, 1.5. It's 15. One book. See? We got a lot of marks here. 15. Main author, but this one is main author. Co-author, so that's marks after this. We're going to go through that. Non-academic book, achievement 10. Okay. Okay, 11. Chapters in research book, academic book. Okay, this one, let's say you're not the main author, but you take the chapter 11, 12, 13, for example. That's the chapters that you wrote in that academic book. So for the chapters, the achievement 5 is quite a lot as well, actually. So one chapter, 5. See, 5 times 5. If let's say that you're involved in 5 chapters, 5 times 5, you get 25 marks already. Okay, 12, international or national policy papers. Anyone involved in the papers, they can get 20 marks, quite a lot. But of course, need evidence. Don't forget the evidence. 13, other publication, case study, technical report, articles, magazine. Now this one for 13, let's say they're involved in, as the author, you write in the website, IIUM website. FB, for example, you write something. Instagram, you write something. So you can get that. You can put all those. So achievement 5. Okay. For each of the publication. So that's a lot as well. Okay. This one to give example. For example, I publish in websites, IIUM websites. Last time I wrote for the CSR. Okay. Or study skills biology in website. So you can jot down. That's why, as I said before, let's say that you're involved in anything, please make sure that you jot in. Okay, write down, list the involvement so that you can remember, because sometimes you involve in January and then you need to fill in November, forget everything. Okay, so you need to list everything. Okay, number 14. Okay, number 14, co-author with international collaborators marks. Okay, this one I don't know, other departments probably involved with other collaborators, international collaborators as the co-authors. You can get 3 marks for each of the publications. So please fill in co-authorship with industrial collaborators. So the different marks are the international collaborators, industrial collaborators, co-authorship with national IHL collaborators, citation in last 5 years. Okay, sometimes you have published the journal. Okay, publish the journal. So that's citation from other people on your journal. For the past 5 years, you can actually put in there as well for the citation. So for the past 5 years, but the marks, not a lot, just 0.5 marks for one citation. Okay, just 0.5. So, but you need to put the evidence at the remark. And 19, co-author research books or textbooks or academic books. Okay, this is one that Ustaz asked just now, co-author for the textbook. Okay, because you share, right? You share. But you can get 3.75, a lot as well. 3.75 for one. Okay, 3.75 marks. And number 20, co-author for non-academic books. Yeah.
Okay, what is the difference between number 19 and number 11? Because 19 stated that co-author. Let's say we have 6 authors. Okay, we do have a textbook, but one of each of the authors actually wrote a few chapters. So where should we put?
You can put in number 19 as well as the co-author, and you take note on okay, number 11. As I begin number 11, I go to number 11 first. This one the chapters. Okay, chapters in research books or academic books. Normally for this one, it depends chapters, which chapters that you have written. So you can times by 5. Okay, so this one is just merely the chapters that you involve. You can just put in how many chapters that you involved.
Maybe we can get marks for
You can, yes.
Cannot.
Chapters in research book or academic book marks. Okay, the chapters you get 5. Okay, fine, hold on. Number 19, co-author of research book. Because this one co-author, because you're talking about one book now. Co-author of research book, one book. If you involve, that one is chapters. That one is chapters. How many chapters are involved? For each
chapter and the whole book is different.
chapter, the whole book is different.
It must be published by reputable registered publisher. That is for 11.
Number 18, 19.
19 general. No.
But it's not stated in here. But this one is website APAR. Okay. Reputable. For example, like ISB, Institut Terjemahan Negara, Pearson, Oxford, that's reputable publisher. IIM Press, reputable as well. No, by the department, no. Not by the department, but IIM Press, yes. Okay, back to that one just now, So, number berapa tadi? Number 11 kan? Okay, because dekat dalam ni, number 11 is the chapters in research book ataupun academic books, but it's not detailed out, of course. You have added in. So, make sure that everyone for this one is the reputable. Sebab that's why the marks is 5 marks. And number, yang tu kita bagi example je Kita bagi example. For 19, co-author of research book ataupun textbook, that one is the co-author untuk each of the book. Tadi for chapters of the book. So you ambil berapa chapter? Okay, ambil berapa chapter? And yang ni co-author. So maksudnya each book one. So if involved into 3 books, you kali dengan 3 lah contohnya. Okay, yang ni. You can claim both. You can claim both as long as
11 and 19 is different. Let's say chapter, that chapter you write the different topics. even though in one field, different topics, but in co-author at the textbook, the same, just tajuk-tajuk kecil.
Oh,
You see that?
tak bukan. Macam kita, macam biology contohnya, co-author. We called us as a co-author. Because why? We involved in different chapters as well in that particular book. Yeah, in that particular academic book. Contohnya, saya 10, 11, 12. I involved in that 3 chapters. So, co-author. So, untuk yang 11 tadi, you can get the marks for the chapters. Chapters that you write. Panjang. There's a lot of chapters. Sebab for each of the chapter, a lot of pages involved. That's why the marks is quite high as well. 3.75. 5 tadi. Sorry, 5 for each of the chapter. But kalau ini, 19 co-author of research book because you just carry a title of co-author saja of that one book. Maksudnya satu book tu, kita jadi co-author, ada orang jadi main author. So marks dia different. You tak boleh claim for the chapters. You claim for that one book. Contoh you as a co-author, this is one book. You have another second book, third book. Ada 3 buku. 3 buku, you're co-author. Tapi 3 buku tu, another 2 more books, probably you involved in different chapters. Chapters yang panjang tu. So you can have more marks again for that different chapters. Contoh macam ICT kan, you ada programming ataupun you ada different books. So because for each of the chapters, dia punya challenges dia differ. Ada some of the chapters tu, it's quite difficult for you to do the chapters. So that's why the marks are allocated again. The marks are allocated for the chapters and for the co-author. So that's different in that marks. Yeah, yes.
For the book we published this year and next year, second edition, is that considered
Can.
a new book?
Yeah, considered a new book because normally when you have second edition, you're going to have different ISBN. Is that correct? You're going to have different ISBN. So whenever that you have different ISBN, that is considered a new publication. Although it's new, you just have a second, like Campbell. That's the 10th edition, 11th edition, 12th edition for each. Because you need to do a lot of things actually to modify the points in each of the chapters. It involves a lot of time as well. Yeah.
I've been involved in a translation project of a book at the religious body, on site. So would that be counted in any of this numbers?
Okay, we can go to the, if let's say that is not listed in here, you can go to other publication, not elsewhere classified. There are 3 examples. Number 20, co-author of non-academic. But that one is non-academic books.
What is non-academic?
Non-academic is not related to your field of teaching. Non-academic on, yeah, it's other than academic. Any, for example, hobby, you're talking about your hobby, you're talking about reading, non-academic, but you're still producing the books. You're writing, but it can be considered as well. It's non-academic. Your view on SDG, for example. So you write an article, so you write books on that. So that is considered as yeah, it's compulsory to have ISBN for all the books published. Okay, so that's the evidence. In fact, for you to include in the IRAP, iRepository, you need to have the ISBN as well. If not, they're not going to publish you in the IRAP. Okay. Okay, what else? Just now I stopped at number 19, co-author of research book, textbooks, academic books. So that is 3.75, it's quite a lot. Because kadang-kadang co-author, but you involved in just one chapter. That's why the mark is less. The mark is only 3.75. And then another one, they involved in 5 chapters, but still co-author. That's why there's different marks for the chapters. So you're going to you can earn more marks for the different chapters that you have involved. Okay, yeah.
Let's say we co-author the book together.
Okay, share the, co-author. Yeah, co-author.
Right, let's say 2 chapters. And who will be the main author and who will be the co-author?
Okay, the main author is the it can be considered as corresponding author, the one that is in charge. For example, like I have one book and then I'm the one that I have to deal with the publisher, for example. I have to write letters to them. Okay, or it's corresponding. So it's considered the main one. Okay. Okay. So number 21, international conference participation. I think you can get marks here. International conference, but it's just that 1 mark sahaja, only 1 mark for each participation of the national conference. Okay, here you can see the participation in conference. So make sure here, okay, in terms of conferences, how are you going to get the marks? Conference marks can be from participation or presenting papers. So there are different marks for this too. So this one is only for participation. So participation, that's why the marks is not a lot. For international conference participation, 1 mark. But national conference participation, the one that you go, you know, let's say Pitram, for example, the participation you can get 0.8 for 1. But actually it includes the whole year from February up until December, before December 31st. So you only can get 0.8 marks for 1 participation in national levels. And then university level, conference, university level. University level, let's say that for kuliah level is only 0.5. University level, kuliah, different. Okay, university level, different universities. And then kuliah can be considered as, let's say, CFS as a kuliah. So participation there, you can get 0.5. Kuliah level, sebab for CFSE, we consider as national level, betul. National level because it involves others as well, not just from our staff. So because you have to take note in details. All right, university level conference 0.5, kuliah level 0.3, less the marks, and other publication. Let's say that you cannot put any, you have the publication, but you cannot include in any of those. We have another 3 more for you to fill in. But the marks is not that low. It's just you have 1 mark for each. But maximum is only 1. That's why we have 3 examples elsewhere. So for each one, 1 saja. So you need to put 1, 2, 3. But for the rest, except for the 3, for the rest you can include how many? 15, 20, 25 example. So that is on research and publication. Are you okay, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I go very detailed.
Madam,
Yeah.
for example, I am a member in something called Arabic Research ID.
National level.
But this is the problem. When you go to UAE, it is not in the list of UAE. So
Okay. That one is the association of things.
In that, for example, organization.
Organization.
When
I think we have
talk,
we have the later.
When we give talk, so they ask us to give, all the notes, all the PowerPoint, they make it as a PDF and they put it there. Is that considered publication?
Yeah, that can be considered as publication as well. Yeah, okay.
Which category?
Which category you can put in other publication? Yeah, because it's not listed elsewhere, the rest. So you can only have to maximum up to 3. Okay.
We participate in 1 conference, but okay, we submit 3 papers. So the achievement should be 1 or 3.
You submit 3 papers. All the 3 papers are published.
So should be 1 achievement or 3. But in the same conference.
Because in terms of publication, you need to have the proof whether it's published or not. You submit. If you submit, not necessarily that it's being published.
Let's say like example.
Example. 1 lah. Or if let's say 3 different, yes, 3. Yeah.
Because usually for each of the paper, they will give a different certificate for the submission of the papers based on the papers. So you can claim 3 instead of 1.
Under which category? You want to put under which category?
Under, for example, for the conference, level conference, for CFSC is easier. Okay, so for example,
participation, we are talking about talking about participation.
Okay, usually
actually they will receive based on the paper.
Mm.
Okay, the submission is per papers, so participation according to per papers as well. They will have a different certificate usually for each of the submission.
Or different certificate. If let's say you have different certificates, means that you have 3 different participation then. Because you have 3 different papers. Yeah, 4, you just put 4 then.
Because why? Because participation is not publication. When you participate in the conference, this is one. When you publish, it's another one.
Yes, another
So
one.
if you present 3 papers and you participate in the conference, it's 4. 1 participation, 3 publication.
But here they're talking about participation whereby you participate in you submit the paper, different papers. You participate 3 different papers because you're going to get 3 different certificates.
Participate or present the paper. What's the difference?
Participate and present the paper is not the same. Present the paper, so there's going to be different marks for presenting the paper. See, so a lot of marks you can gather here. Participation in just the conference, okay, in conference, but it depends. Okay, I recall back that again, yeah, for all of you. Participation means that you participate in that particular conference whereby you submit a paper. You submit a paper. So if let's say that you have 3, 4 different papers, so you're going to have 4 marks for the participation. Bukan 4 marks, 4 participation. So you times with any marks. Okay, 2. But if let's say that this one is not published, if let's say that it's published, you can get another marks for publication.
What if attend the conference but without participate in, not present, just attend?
Just attend. That can be considered as participation as well. We just put 1 then. Participation of the conference, 1.
Just a minute, just to add. Okay, for APAR participation attending the conference can consider as participation, but for merit-based promotion, you have to present paper that is considered as you involved for the conference from your point.
Yeah. For merit-based is different because for merit-based, we don't have exact actually points for the conference too, tapi you need to present the papers. Okay, for the conference, then you're going to get the mark because the marks is quite a lot for that merit-based promotion for the conference. Kalau attending is actually will be computed in your CTD point. Because you attend, it's like here you attend the APAR sharing sessions. Okay, so that's not considered as the merit-based promotion. Same goes to you attend training for merit-based. It's not considered in merit-based. There's no points for attending any courses untuk merit-based. Okay, thank you. Okay, 20 co-author for non-academic, international conference, national, university level conference, kuliah, other publications. So there are 3 examples of other publications. So everyone clear on the research and publication? Okay, ada lagi? Okay, macam kau jadi orang expert pula ni. I have a lot to learn as well. Okay, let's say that. Okay, ni very good question. Probably can share. Very good question. Okay, let's say that you produce a paper. Okay, you produce a paper. Can it be considered as research as well? Can you get the point for research? Because for me, yes. For me, yes. Because you need to do research. You need to get the results in order for you to get to all the statistics. You need to do the discussion, everything based on the result. You need to do research. So it means that 2 in 1. If you published, means that for that particular papers, you can put marks for research, but need to look through in details which researched. Probably it's just elsewhere, not stated in there. Yeah. Okay, so see, you can get a lot of points. So I think you can get more than 200 here. With the research and with the publication, with the consultancy, speakers, probably you have done like hundreds of talk. There's a lot of points here actually, seriously. Okay, now we are finished with the
The last time they told us they call community engagement, is not.
okay, we look later for the community engagement. Not here, community engagement for the speakers. Self-sponsored, yeah. Self-sponsored is actually no amount. But if it's sponsored, if you look just now, self-sponsored or the amount 10,000. 10,000. So if it's not self-sponsored, the amount must be 10,000. Yeah.
Not equal 10,000.
Not equal 10,000. Yeah.
In Gombak, they have for what called associate professor and professor, they have certain amount. But I don't think in our level they need that. Because in Gombak, if you go associate,
Of course, yeah. So that's why we are different from Korea.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have
So,
that grant.
for us, not
You
for
know,
any amount.
any amount. But when you want to include in any, of the research, you need to look at the amount.
Yeah.
If it doesn't reach 10,000, you don't put in there. That is for kuliah. All right. Okay, can I proceed to the next one? All right. Okay, then. Next, D. This is University Special Project, Sustainable Development Goal, and Community Engagement. Okay, in here, so they're going to be SDGs, those involved in SDG projects, those involved in flagship. So you can put the marks there. So the first one, champion of new community-related project or special university project. For example, like SDG. Okay. So probably, for our deans, you can get a lot of points here if you champion in any of the SDGs. Because you can, because for one, achievement is 12 marks. If let's say that you champion, you have like 3 community engagement related project or related to SDG. So you can have 3 times 12, 36 totally in total. Because for us, we cannot champion the new community project. Normally, we become just the members. Okay, just the members, the one that champion. Okay, the flagship or SDG projects. That's why the marks is 12. For example, like last time, Mr. Mayor, he champions a lot of SDG projects. So for one, can get 12 straight away marks. For us, the committee is just how many marks? 2 marks, 1 marks. So you can see vast difference there. This is how, for those who are holding a position, this is where you can actually try to get as many marks as possible from here. So this one champion, not for ours. Okay, so I'm going to go through one by one. So this D. Okay, first, champion of new community-related project. And second one, members of new community-related project or special university project, SDG. Okay, for members, berapa markah kat situ? 6. Okay, half of the champion tadi. Banyak juga sebenarnya if you become a member in any of the projects. So 6. And then 3, continuing community-related project champion. For example, like mungkin previous year, last year, they have done this particular project and they're going to continue for the next year. So for the champion, so you still get the point, but this one is since that it's continuing, so the mark is not a lot when you compare the first one, the new one, right? And then continuing, tu 7 je lah daripada 12, that's the first. But if it continues, you get 7. But you still get the marks for those holding the position, And then continuing community-related project, member. See, for here, for the SDG or flagship, you can get marks. You become the member or non-member. Kadang-kadang macam mana you cakap non-member? How you going to get the marks for non-member? Non-member, you involve indirectly. In fact, actually, kalau you do a project kan, you donate to the project, boleh become non-member sebenarnya. You can be a non-member. For example, yang kita always do for physics kan, Tupperware apa, but we don't involve directly in that. But we give the Tupperware, we donate, can put in this. So, for non-member, berapa markah dia? 2 marks. But still, you have to, you nampak tak the marks tu? Because committee member in any of the association committee, put 0.5, 0.5. Here you can get 2. So these are the marks probably you overlooked, but you can put it in. Okay,
Involvement for the non-member tadi,
Aha.
the project, do we need to produce any evidence? Let's say we donate to the other department.
The receipt, probably you have the receipt. But for the, if let's say merit-based promotion, we don't have this. Yang ni tak ada lah. This one is only for APAR. Because probably sometimes they may ask, but normally they don't ask until, the proof for that. Tapi you can put in lah, you just put in. Normally they don't get the details except for the merit-based promotion. Boleh, you can put those. Okay? You involved in solidarity for Palestine. Donate. Kalau lah benda tu it's related project. So continuing community related project, member involvement in community related project, non-member, and then contribution for wakaf time. Wakaf time. We have a person in charge of the wakaf time now, which is Brother Izihar. So whenever you have a programs, for example, that not listed ke ataupun ada extra programs, then you want to fill in to put in wakaf time, you boleh inform Brother Izihar. But marks dia, berapa markah dia? 0.25. Sikit je lah tapi. 0.25. Tapi sebenarnya for me, wakaf time tu, the one that you don't have the, macam mana, is not a committee, but you have a specific time, you involve dengan student, for example, kan? Consultation ke apa, with the student, you can put that as the wakaf time as well.
Sending students to clinic.
Up to you, that is wakaf time. Yeah, wakaf time. Because not much mark pun, is 0.25, 0.25. You have to think of apa wakaf time that can benefit the staff, benefit the students. Okay, it's not stated anywhere, so you put there. Mungkin you buat 10 kali 10 times 2.5, 0.25, dapatlah 2.5. Kan, contoh. At least that's marks.
You're saying that consultation is for
Dia macam ni. Nanti takut nanti orang salah anggap pula. Dekat consultation ni, you put pula this group 1, group 2, consultation dah banyak. Consultation is considered just one consultation for the students. Okay, one wakaf time lah. Janganlah you put for each of the group and berapa time. Hari ni you have like 5, because that's part of kita punya teaching sebenarnya. That's part of teaching. In the timetable, we have consultation. But sometimes you do extra things than that. Lebih. More. Okay, we have Madam Saadah here. Dia selalu buat lebih ni. Sampai weekend. Betul? Sampai weekend. Dia do the consultation to students. Consider one.
Time semester.
Because that one is considered part of our teaching, sebenarnya consultation.
Clear lah.
Yeah. Okay. So consultation is actually part of our timetable tu. But if you do extra, tak ada dalam tu. Weekend, Sabtu Ahad. Contohnya. So you just put there as examples of the wakaf time.
Tapi not in the timetable.
No, not in the timetable. The one that is not in the timetable, wakaf time, yeah?
Okay. Spot check.
Spot check is part of your duty. Spot check is part of your duty. Jadi wakaf time is not actually defined duty. Yeah. If let's say that we involve other than the fellow, those yang bukan dia punya job, they can put in wakaf time. Kena.
Spot check during Friday prayers.
Friday prayers. Faham, Friday periods. Tapi untuk principal ke fellow tu that's part kan of the job, and SDCE pun part of the job. Kalau kita involve the teachers, contoh the teachers involve, letaklah in the wakaf time. Actually this one kan you need to be a bit creative juga sebenarnya, you want to put this kind wakaf time. That's why I suggest that if you in the department kan, with your head of department, you duduklah sekali. You try to think of, list out what are the things that you've done. You consider kat ni ke apa. So what we always do lah, led by Madam Azlah kat situ. Selalu buat sebelum je masuk apa, we all sit together and dah list dah. ni nak letak mana, ni letak mana, contohlah, so that you have clear ideas. Everyone have clear ideas.
But,
Yeah.
one more question.
Yes.
Okay, for example, now we have every Saturday, we have extra class for our student to give. This one was considered what?
Okay, extra classes for the students, not part of your timetable,
No, no.
not replacement, or you consider just one work of time for that.
So
That's the
each
class.
one or all the semester consider one? Because this one we have weekly.
Okay, this one kena tanya the dean. I need to ask the dean because that's different.
That one-
Okay, let's say that, okay, extra, additional class for a week, you have additional. Can we consider that as one work of time for that particular 1 week or one semester? Itulah satu je work of time as a class. Kita bagi dia. It can be considered as a remedial class. But kalau remedial, if let's say that it's remedial class, it's your task to do the remedial class for the failures. No, not the remedial. No, not the remedial. Not the remedial, just extra. It's okay, two different things. Consultation, you don't do exact like tasks, with the PowerPoint and so forth. It's one-to-one students. They do, for example, like questions, they need to answer the questions and we look at the students. I mean, tengoklah the students how they answer the questions, very detailed. But this one is, you do extra class for the, there are two different things here. Can we consider it as a work of time for each of the week or one semester? We can just put one work of time for the class.
We have a consensus on that.
We need to have consensus on this one. So that's why I need to ask our dean so that semua orang sama lah. So macam mana? Ni.
Tapi it's related to the core business. That means you lack of time of teaching in class because of discussion with the group and so on. And then you need to add on ataupun sort of remedial, you see. How you repeat something that you have taught the student. I think part and parcel of our business sebenarnya.
Part and parcel, but yeah, remedial classes is our task. You need to replace is our task. But everything's settled. It's just that according to Ustaz Ma'at,
Okay,
your own initiative. I want to do the extra class for the students.
No, it's like that. Okay. We have a new subject.
Mm.
And our student, this one, grammar and morphology, Arabic and morphology and grammar-morphology. And our student very weak because they come from school. They are Arabic language
another
very
issue.
weak.
That's another issue.
Okay. And then because of that, we consider to give them more help. We give them extra class.
Mm.
That's another issue.
Yeah, from experience one, macam mana?
Same case like the nursing program, those are from art-based.
Art-based nursing program.
Some sciences here, you don't have any basic
Basic science, basic biology.
That's another issue. If you repeat something, that means that is your part and parcel of your business or of your responsibility. But you focus on the weakness of student, or you focus on the different base studies of student, that is considered lah. Tapi kalau you repeat the same for the whole students, yang dalam the same class, I don't think it's additional work that you do.
No, the one that they do
Tapi
normally.
kalau untuk which student, itu boleh consider.
The way students because
You understand
they
what I mean? Tapi
they
kalau
are,
just remedial and you teach the
so that's
same
part
type
of our
subject
job.
and the same student, just to make sure the student get higher mark for final is a part and parcel of your duty. Tapi you focus on that kind of weaknesses ataupun particular additional tapi related in the subject. Itu nahu saraf, but the subject is Quran Sunnah. It's okay, this is additional. Consider consultation ataupun consider work of time. If you
Okay.
repeat, I don't think it's a fair lah.
Okay, let me recall on this one. On the work of time for consultation and extra classes. It's actually consultation and extra classes. Actually, these are part of our task. Okay. By CFS. By kuliah lah. By kuliah. Because of course, like departments as well, we have a lot of programs, SDG programs. That is under other programs or events. I give example. The last time we had the SDG, remember? I think Sister Mimi ingat, kita ada SDG project, Bayu dengan HS. Community project involve petrol science lah, library lah, apa semua. But we cannot put it under consider as daripada CFS because that is initiative from the department. So tak dapat lah juga all the points too. But we get other points, committee members of the program. Okay. Capture somewhere else.
For your information, we got a sort of project under BR Salihah Committee.
Dah mula lah.
Brother Rafai. InsyaAllah, Brother Rafai akan brief all of you.
So BR Salihah is, tu dia. You can be the champion that is the SDG, is it? SDG project.
You try to make
salah. So SDG project,
under CFS.
champion under CFS. So the committee members under Brother Rafai, so you're going to get 6 points. Tapi tak adalah ramai sangat kan, the committee. So semua nak jadi lah. Nak dapatkan 6 points. Okay, ni dah boleh ke? Kenapa?
I think the one that is by Surah Farah just now is on the initiative or SDG activities that be done by Mahala.
Faham tadi.
I believe it corresponds to the one that being done by physics department just now before this on Tupperware. This is mainly on the SDG.
Yeah.
They focus on the zero hunger as well as everything. Okay. And as well as Mahala, if the program focusing on specific SDG project, main for the SDG activities, then I think they can claim at the number 8 until 10 just now.
Boleh lah. If let's say that zero hunger is actually from the kuliah level. Okay, so you claim accordingly then. Alright. Okay, 2 members ni. Oh, ini sama je macam tadi. The one that I've given. Betul kan yang ni? This one. Okay, number of communities receiving technology diffusion. Ini jarang lah technology diffusion. Number 8 ni. Number 8. Other flagship project ataupun SDG ataupun community engagement not elsewhere classified. This one probably, this one the mark is 1 mark. It's quite a lot as well. 1 mark is not 0.5 marks. If you involve in normal programs or events as the committee members, you only get 0.5. Yang ni 1. Macam tadi, macam initiative from HS, you can put here. Because SDG, you dapat 1 markah. Initiative from you, Mahala, kan, ada about the SDG, it's not stated jadi, you can get 1 mark. Although it's not as the members ataupun non-members for the project daripada CFS. Okay, so you can get that. So, ada 3 extra here that you can put in. Okay, other flagship project, SDG ataupun community engagement, not elsewhere classified. So, you can have 3 examples because for each one, 1 mark. Okay? So, yeah.
Our tazkira where here?
Belum lagi. Not yet. Belum lagi.
Okay.
Faham? Do you understand? Belum lagi? Do you understand? Belum lagi. Not yet. Sabar, Ustaz. Sabar. Okay, innovation. Good lah. Anyone who has done research. Lama, master. You have patent granted. Boleh lah letak kat sini. Achievement 50 tu, 50. Boleh. You can go for that. You can go for that 50 marks if let's say you want to produce any patent. Fast. Dia matematik. Tu tiba-tiba dah panggil matematik.
Pattern this one. Mana HOD dia?
Mana HOD dia? Tak ada HOD dia. Calling for HOD, Maths, okay, online. Online, ramai online. Okay, HOD Maths, Brother Nazim. Tak ada. Saya cakap ni. Online. Online. So you can patent. You can patent it. You can get 50 marks for your Maths project. Aduh. Okay, next. Patent, field, other, APAR. Ni I think I'll skip lah. Sebab kita ada banyak lagi important part. Ni patent lagi kan? Other innovation. Let's say you rasa, you have very innovative project. Ada a lot. You don't know where to put. You letaklah kat sini. Other innovation, you feel that you have created something. Okay. So 3. So each one 1 mark. Other innovation, not elsewhere classified. 3, you can put here. Okay. Ni Ustaz Maat tak sabar lagi dah ni. Networking. Okay, ni networking. Ustaz Maat, yours is going to be G, services and consultancy. Sikit lagi. Networking. Okay, networking. This one all could be actually a lot. Champion of active international research. If let's say that the dean involved, champion. International research, you can get berapa markah itu? 10. Member. Any member that you they invited you, member of active international research. For example, anyone, you boleh dapat markah, champion of active national research, member of active national research, research leave. Ini, mungkin our staff can get this as well, because ada staff mobility. Research leave, research leave kita ada, research leave, but staff mobility, there are few, I think. Industrial attachment, if let's say you have industrial attachment ataupun staff mobility, but 7 days cumulative, bukanlah less than 7 days, at least 7 hari the staff mobility. So you can get berapa? Tak banyak. 0.5 only. Okay, 0.5. And establish joint research projects with 3 external parties under MOA, approved by all parties. Can get mark. Dia tak nampak lah, kecil sangat. Itu berapa? 8. Oh, banyak tu. Established, okay. Yang ni you boleh go through in details nanti later on, ya. Because you have some ideas for how you're gonna fill in the APAR. Okay, dah tak bergerak dah ni. Okay. Members of accredited lab. Okay, accredited lab ada markah, or other networking achievement or not elsewhere classified. You can put here as well. So 3 additional. Ah, 7 days. Kira sekali lah. Kira sekali. At least 7 days. Not less than that. Okay, networking dah ada. Ada networking, for example, you ada networking or researcher daripada universities ke, KPM ke, you can put in there. Okay, dia example saja, ataupun publication ke, ataupun you do some networking, you can also put in there. Other networking. Alright, we come to the...
Madam, yang markah KPM punya ni tak boleh kira?
Belum lagi. Ni, semua sabar. Saya pun sama. Services and consultancy. Everyone, services and consultancy ni penting. Services and consultancy. Normally, our marks kat sini. Ni belum lagi. First, research give, reviewer. Reviewer, I think some of you become the reviewers already. Reviewer ataupun dean kita, review of grants, artikel ke, journals ke, curriculum ke, reviewer, curriculum. Promotion exercise. Examiner for thesis tak ada lah. So you can get 1 mark for 1 task. Boleh dapat banyak ni. A lot as a reviewer of everything. Auditor for accreditation and compliance exercises. Siapa yang become auditor boleh dapat marks dekat sini. Chairman ataupun secretary for publication committee can get the mark as well. And then mark dia 2. So what? This one. Number 5, invited speaker. Ni banyak. Mungkin you have hundreds here to fill in. And then marks for each 1. Means that if let's say they have 100 marks just for that particular part. Oh, a lot. So here, even the dean pun can get that as well. Invited speaker, trainer, coach, advisor, ataupun subject matter expert, panelist of academic forum. Okay, this one for us like KPM, contohnya we as the vectors, penggubal, pentaksir, semua masuklah dalam ni. Okay, jom masuk you, jom masuk you. Jom masuk you tak ada kat sini. But of course boleh dapat point tu. Jom masuk you. Mungkin Brother Rafai can advise. Jom masuk you. So normally what you do? You jadi advisor ke? Jom masuk you. It's just a committee ke?
Ada lagi.
Ada lagi kat bawah. Okay, kita tengok dulu. Kita tengok kat bawah dulu. Where you gonna put this? Yeah, sometimes if you have any question, you can ask straight away so that you know where to put. Kadang kita need discussion on, yeah, because there is a lot. Tak tahu nak letak dekat mana dah kan? Okay, I think that one clear already? Is that? Okay. Invited speaker and then membership international association. Yang ni pun mungkin ada, yang ramai ada. Okay. This one is just I show you example how you filled in. For example, self-declared. For example, number 5 tadi, invited speakers. So how many? You just put there. For example, like put 10. So straight away, marks 10 lah. Because each speaker, 1 mark. So you letak 100, 100 there straight away. Okay, membership, sama lah. Okay, next. Okay. Membership international association. Chairman committee dah. Membership in national association dah. Chairman atau committee in national association. Alright. Ini pun a few probably. Chairman or committee in IIUM association. Alright. Number 11. Kita lah kebanyakan. Number 11 ya, everyone. Anything, programs. You jadi committee members. You filled in at here. 30, 60, up to you. But you need to put remarks lah. That's the things that you need to put in. Because this one is for one year. 1 year. So for remarks, for each committee member, you put 1. What is the name of the program? Conducted mana venue? Just brief one. At least there's evidence in the remarks. Because in the merit-based promotion, they're going to take a look at this. But they need evidences. Make sure that you have evidence, the letter from your HOD kalau jadi committee members. You have to remember that you produce it quite earlier because sometimes you forget about all these programs and when you want to apply for the merit base and you can't get all these letters. But then again, if let's say you haven't got the letters, you can ask probably the HODs to produce any of the letters, backdated letters. For those particular programs ataupun events. But for this one, in the kuliah level ataupun CFS, is 0.5 marks. 0.5. Here 0.5. So number 11, everyone. Number 11. So this one, number 11, normally we'll put in the for merit-based promotion, we put under the community service. Okay, let's say for merit-based, DG 44, you need to have how many points? 30, betul? 30 points, betul? Siapa? 30 points. So maksudnya 60, 60 programs you should involve as the committee members. Committee members, you should produce evidence. Maksudnya as a committee members. Bukan you attend. No, it's not the same. Bukan you attend the program, but as the committee members.
But Madam, this one for semester based on yearly base.
This one APAR for yearly.
For example, for yearly.
This one APAR yearly, but for merit based 3 years back.
The committee.
Oh, the committee, it depends. It depends on the department.
Okay, for example, committee. This semester and next we have 3 semesters. So is that mean I am a committee in 3 semesters consider 3 times?
It's the same committee, is it?
Yeah. Or consider 1.
Consider 1 because it's the same committee.
Depend on the letter.
If there's a creativity, let's say, course leader might be changed from
course leader changed.
for the let's say for head of department only one lah, because one tenure. It depend on the tenure that you are holding.
Yeah, that's correct. For example, like curriculum committee as well, because curriculum committee is same curriculum committee, but it's 1 year. So that particular 1 year, you only get 0.5 for 1 year. When for merit base, for example, merit base, because you're looking at 3 years back, so you're gonna get 0.5 times 3, because 3 years.
So if the head department, for example, said, okay, you are exam committee for semester 1.
Yeah, you got
So
You got one.
So if semester 2 also.
Yeah, you got one. Okay. All right, number 11 then. Okay, 12. Legal aid or dah tak faham dah kat sini dah. Legal aid, clinical services. Ni clinical services. Okay, kita go to 14, 15, 16. Any others? You feel that you don't know where to put for other services and consultancy, but make sure that it's registered with university authority. It's registered. Okay, registered. Not elsewhere classified. You can get 1. So maximum 3 only for that 1 year. Okay, 3.
Promotion committee can have. Boleh promotion committee boleh ambil nombor 14 sampai 16.
Promotion committee.
Jadi dia berpotensial banyak.
Macam tadi ni, community exercise tadi.
Tapi atas kan ada tadi.
Ada banyak makan. Yang mana tadi?
Ni, number 5. Berarti. Subject matter asset. Bukan. Atas lagi.
Number 2. Number 2.
Number 2. Berarti you can get more marks. Reviewer of grant, article, journal, curriculum, promotion exercise. Untuk promotion exercise.
Satu juga.
Tapi 1 juga ya. 1. But for promotion you can put here then because it's stated in here. Kalau lah tak ada stated, then you put yang number the 3 extra tu. Okay. Habis dah? Good. Okay, right. Okay, next. Awards. Recognition. Okay, awards and recognition, especially those that involve actively in research. You have got a lot, yeah. Gold medal lah, bronze, silver, apa semua. So you can put in here. Okay, so first we start dengan awards first. Kalau international award, international recognition, banyak markah kat situ 10. National award, national recognition, 8. Application to international award, application to national award, university level award, pun ada markah situ 3. Kuliah level award, tak kisahlah. For example, like Dean hari tu, Murabi award. Kuliah level lah. Kuliah level, you put there lah. Markah berapa? Tak nampak lah kat situ. 2. Tak apalah, at least ada markah. Okay. University level award. Okay. Number 7. National ataupun international research exhibition. Ini national ataupun international. Gold medal, different markah. 8. Banyak tu. 8 marks. National ataupun international research exhibition. Dapat silver medal. You dapat 6. Ni. Ustazah Farah banyak dapat award kan dengan siapa? Madam Fazlina pun banyak award tu dapat. University level exhibition, kalau university level gold medal. Fadil Rafai pun banyak award gold medal. I think banyak boleh terus masuk dapat 54 dah ni. Okay, university level exhibition silver medal. Okay, 2. Okay, so you letak Pitram lah. Ni semua yang very actively involved in research. And then banyak dapat award they all. University level exhibition silver and then bronze. Bronze pun dapat juga at least kan, bronze. Kuliah level exhibition, gold medal, silver, bronze pun dapat. Although kuliah level kalau bronze dia dapat 0.5, tapi at least ada markah juga. 0.5 pun kuliah level bronze medal. Because normally when you submit untuk competition, you akan dapat pun sama ada gold, silver ataupun bronze. At least you get the points. And other awards or recognitions that not stated that, ada 2 lagi. Boleh dapat ya. But don't forget to put remarks. Bukan you hanya letak aja 2, 3 macam tu. But remarks you put detail dia. Award apa, goal for which competitions and so forth. That's why it's very important. If let's say they're involved in anything, you straight away jot ataupun list down. Because it's easier for promotion exercise as well. Because sometimes people do not want to apply for merit base because they said renyah. Okay, renyah is very detailed things. Nak search for the evidences and so forth. Susah lah, difficult, and a lot of challenges. So here actually when you dah listed It's going to be very easy for you. Okay? Okay, service apa lagi? Apa pula nama kat sini? Inilah contoh, example. Committee in kuliah. Kita dapat 0.5 only. But you need to list out apa? Contoh your position. Secretary ke, committee members ke, you put the title of the programs ataupun events and when, venue, just very brief dekat remarks so that people know. Bukan hanya you put the numbers. Ini just example saja. Lagi kuliah level exhibition SFSE. Okay, ini tak boleh skip. Okay, next. Dah habis? Okay, training. Okay, training, conference, seminar updates. Okay, for your information, you don't need to fill in anything in here. Okay, don't need to fill in. It's computer generated. Whenever that, macam contoh you datang sini, you dapat sini point. Computer generated. So, all masuk. So, if you can get easily, if you get 42 points at least, 42. Maksudnya equivalent to 7 days. Betul kan? 7 hari training. So straight away you gotta get 10 marks. Terus dapat 10 markah. So you can get from here. Sebab kadang-kadang mungkin you maybe it's not sufficient for your training. So that's why you don't get the marks, the full mark. The full mark is 10. Okay. Alright, Alhamdulillah, habis dah kat situ. It's just that after you have finished everything, dah filled in, let's say that you need to produce the hard copy, you can boleh print. You can print lah. Because normally for your merit-based promotion, you need to print 3 years back. So you just go to the history and look at, for example, like 2019, 20, 21, you print it. You can straight away print. So that's the icon for printing. And when you print, you dapat the whole very detailed information on each of your APAR. Okay. Okay, this one, I don't know whether, this is the latest from the MSD. Let's say they have problem. You can contact all the sisters, Sister Joaini, Sohaili, Nur Asia. Okay, that's the extension. And you can email to msdperformance@iium.edu.my. Macam represent. Okay, alright. Sister Nur Asia aja, 2 lagi bukan. Sister Nur Asia aja dia. Ni tapi saya ambil yang latest ni dalam MSD punya. Dalam MSD punya website. Okay, apa-apa pun only Sister Nur Asia, but 2 lagi tak. But the email tu is correct ya? You email anything. Okay. Itu saja. Okay, thank you so much. I think tak ada question lagi kot. In between tadi a lot of question been bombarded to me. Oh, you very good. Yes, Pak. Ustaz. Salah. If let's say, normally your head of department will look through. If let's say that's not right, they're going to call you. There's no, you kena deduct masa tu tak ada. Okay, up to your head of department. Okay, ada questions. Ya, ni macam ni. Question and answer sessions tu or? Ada YouTube. Oh, wow. Soalan. Uish, takut lah. Ini semua help me. Ya boleh, no problem. Daripada siapa tu? Aliza? Macam department sama je. Okay, apa tu?
Can we put the e-proceeding the APAR?
Of course. E-proceedings, because it's stated in the research e-proceeding. Yeah.
That is the first question. And then second question from Dr. Satya.
Dr. Satya.
Okay, if we publish the game at publication and research, which part of the APAR section and stuff can be research?
Oh, the research and publication. The others. There are 3 others. Boleh faham? Dr. Satya. Dr. Satya. Ada 3 extra additional for the part research, so you can put in there because it's not stated elsewhere.
Okay, the next question from Madam Asna. Is the author of the chapter in the textbook and considered as co-author too?
author in the chat.
Author of the textbook in the textbook is considered as co-author.
Okay, now the co-author is one, co-author. Main author is one. If let's say that the textbook, of course, the textbook, you have the main author and the co-author. So either one, co-author or main author. Is that the main author? You become the corresponding for that particular book. Because we have a main author part and co-author part. Because if you have claim for the main author, you cannot claim for the co-author. Okay kan? Is that? Oh, Alhamdulillah.
Next, maybe the last question from online.
From siapa eh?
From Madam Madiha. They do online consultation on weekends and considered as walk-up time.
I think our Jin should answer that. Sebab because it's a lot of matters or issues, so I think you can, online consultation during weekend.
It depends on the
online.
question that we raise that time. It depends on the topics or subject that you make a consultation.
Okay. Okay, I think this one is the same like what we have discussed just now, face-to-face or online. If it's actually part of your teaching, contoh part of your teaching, remedial, so it's not considered. If let's say that you take extra approach for certain weak students, nursing students, okay, the extra approach can be online or face-to-face, so it can become the wakaf then. It's recorded. That's I see. As evidence, you can record that one. And wakaf time, you can report to Brother Ace to record for the wakaf time. Okay, what else? Dah. Okay. Okay, thanks a lot everyone who are attending live here and YouTube channel. Thanks everyone for watching. So hopefully that you have benefit a bit from my sharing of the APAR. Thank you so much. Macam tu je ke? Can I switch off this then? Nah.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, thank you very much for those who are attending the session online. And